gonna need at least a 3/4 impact gun to a 1-inch impact gun. You need an 1.5-inch impact socket. This one here is a deep well. Black Hawk is a great product. I like to use disposable gloves to protect my hands, and earplugs to protect my ears, and safety glasses anytime when I'm using an impact gun. You never know what that socket may do. Alright, since we are replacing the front brake pads, we're going to block one of the rear wheels with chuck blocks. Next, we're going to use the front axle to actually lift the vehicle. And as you can see, always use jack stands. We have the jack stands mounted properly on both sides. Okay, I want to point out one thing. On a S4700, you have left-handed threads and you have right-handed threads. Right-handed threads are going to be on the right side, the passenger side of the vehicle. So when you're taking off a lug nut, what we want to do, we want to have to turn this to take it off. We would take it off clockwise. To put it back on, we're going to go to the left, counterclockwise. This is your caliper, and I got a 13/16 socket here. I don't think it's a metric. Yep, 13/16 socket. I'm gonna break these two bolts off. This bolt here, and we have one down here. Ratchet. And what I like to do when I take the caliper off, I really prefer to have something like a 5-gallon bucket just for it to sit on, and I can actually work with it on the 5-gallon bucket, but I don't have one. So right now, I'm just going to lay the caliper to the side, and sometimes you need a screwdriver to get it off with. Okay. Pads wasn't too bad. Just going to lift the caliper right off. Lay it over to the side here, and you don't want to have it hanging. You definitely don't want to damage this brake line. Just put it over here somewhere where you know it won't. It'll actually stay in place. And here are your brake shoes. your brake pads, that is, and just slide them on out, and you put your new ones in. Now, before you put back on your new brake pads, what I like to do is you have to push back in your pistons on your brake caliper. I like to use one of the old brake pads. Take a C-clamp and use it to actually press it back in. And you want to get it all the way flush back up against the caliper itself. Okay. All right. That's what you want. Now you can put in your new pads, and I'm waiting for the parts guy to bring them to me. In the meanwhile, like I said, you want to make sure that you have no pressure on this line. You do not want to damage that brake hose. So just have your caliper until you're ready for your brake pads. Have that caliper resting up against something. Okay, so we just got our new brake pads. The parts guy just dropped them off, and I got these straight from the international dealer. And for those who know me, I like to keep international parts with international, and Ford parts with Ford, and GM with GM. But you can get these parts from anywhere. Napa, Advance, CarQuest, everyone sells them. All right, let's grab our caliper here. Put our new pads. Well, matter of fact, we're not ready for it yet. What we're gonna do is put our new pads back on our roller. That's what we want to do. Alright. And we just make sure our pins are moving easily back and forth. If not, take time to pull them out and just lubricate them and put some grease on them just to make sure that they have that flexibility there. Okay, we're going to put our caliper back on. And you want to push in on the pins like I'm going to do here. Wash your fingers. There you go. And we'll put our bolts back in. And that's all we have to do for that. You don't have to bleed her because we didn't break anything loose. We did not replace the caliper. And we're pretty good to go. And we're going to go on to our right side and do the same. If you replace one side, make sure you replace the other. Do not just do one and do not do the other side. Do not do the left side and do not replace the right. You got to replace both sides. All right. You want to make sure that they are on tight. That's very important. That is very important. All right. So with this side, all we have to do, just put our tire back on. And keep in mind, left hand threads when you put them back on the tire, you're gonna turn it to counterclockwise to the left to tighten it up. All right, we're gonna put this tire on. And listen, save your back when you're putting on a tire like this. I like to use a bar. Get you some type of bar that you can put underneath the tire to actually lift the tire up, because you do not want to use your back. So I like to roll the tire on a bar. Walk it in. Have your lug nut nearby so that tire won't jump back off. Hate for all your hard work to go to waste and that tire comes back off. And like I said, left hand, we're going to turn it counterclockwise or turn it to the left to tighten her up. Okay, we're going to tighten them back up. Okay. And I do recommend to use a torque wrench, lower it down, put some weight back on the tires, and use a torque wrench and look up the specs of the vehicle that you are working on and just torque the lug nuts, make sure they're properly tight. Just make sure they're good and tight. Okay, that's all there is to it. And I'm gonna go over to the right side and take care of that. But now you know how to do it, so you don't need me with this anymore. All right, thank you for watching.